Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. So the title of this lesson is going to be Stop Getting in the Way. Okay, and this was this lesson was inspired by this individual, okay, who has no works, all right, coming and leaving comments on the comment board. And this is going to be a caution or a cautionary lesson to you brothers or you novices, you people who are not even in the work. I can't even call you novices because me, myself, I'm a young man. What I'll say is you people that are not even doing the work. Okay, you're not even putting your hand to the plow and you're trying to leave advice and comments and breaking things down and all these different things. The Lord is not pleased with what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna leave it to you like that. The Lord is not pleased with what you're doing. And the title of the lesson, Stop Getting in the Way, came from me looking for a title and me watching one of the Elder Apostle Kabar's videos. Okay. And he made that statement. He says, stop getting in the way. And the topic was slightly different. It was on the lesson he did called O Ye Novices. But this is dealing with certain men that are not even in the camps, that are not pushing out any work at all. Because when I came to this guy's page, of course, there was no works. Of course, there was not one video feeding the sheep. But he's trying to teach me his expertise. What you see here is a music list, and some other stuff that has nothing to do with the truth. Okay? But I'm going to read these comments and we're going to go into it. And then we're going to go into the scriptures. Okay? This is, let's face it, okay? Well, let me start with this. This video is dealing with a video I did a while back, about 5 months ago, concerning the reason why Ethiopia was never colonized, right? The real reason. And I was going into the fact that it had to do with prophecy because of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, right? They were supposed to link up with Russia. So that's why none of those European countries were able to colonize Ethiopia. Okay, because that's one of the countries mentioned to join with Russia. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's get Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. This is Ezekiel 38 in verse 5. It says Persia, Ethiopia. Well, matter of fact, let's start back. Let's start at verse 4. It says, I'll start at verse 3. It says, and say thus saith the Lord power. Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, which is dealing with Russia. Okay, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And matter of fact, the word Russia, like the elder apostle Tahar went into it, it actually means chief prince, right? What's that? Ra'ashar, right? Instead of Russia, it's Ra'ash, meaning head, or chief, and then Shar, meaning prince, chief prince. So that's all spiritual, okay? It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen. Now, when it says he's going to put hooks into to their jaw, it means he's going to bring them back to that old USSR spirit. All of them clothed with buckler and shields. All of them handling swords. Okay. Now, this is dealing with the modern day weaponry. You can't put that into the ancient terms. You have to put that into the modern day terms. Well, it doesn't say nuclear missiles. It doesn't say armored vehicles. Well, that's why you need spiritual discernment. Okay. It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. It said Persia. Okay. Which you could say Iran, India, right? These are the different ones that are right now allied with Russia. Okay. India is part of the BRICS nations, and you have Ethiopia and you have Libya. Okay. So these different nations are going to be allied with Russia. Okay. Okay, so Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. All right, so this is why I made this video after finding out that Ethiopia was never conquered. You know, I brought the spiritual aspect. Now, this novice, okay, this person was not even doing the work, okay. He says, and his name is Closing Generation. So you brothers see this guy, you already know what spirit he's coming in, the spirit of pride. It says, let's face it, he could easily have colonized them if he really wanted to. You see, that statement in itself makes you know that this guy thinks Esau is in control. Esau doesn't control Jack, S-H-I-T. He's the Most High is really controlling him. Let's cut that real quick, because the way he said that, he could really take him down if he wanted to. No, he can't. Esau can't do what he wants to do. That's why he can't just take us off of the streets. If he can't just do that. He can't just go and say, I'm going to take them off the streets now, or I'll put all them to death right now. He has the power, but really he doesn't have the power to do that, because who controls him? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is Daniel's 4 and verse 17, man. That's why it's better you guys just shut up, man. This is Daniel's 4 and 17. It says, this matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. So he's the one that's ruling these kingdoms. Matter of fact, the scriptures say that the king's heart this is Proverbs 21 and 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay, so it's the Lord who controls the mind of the king. It's the Lord who controls the minds of each individual person. How can a man then understand his own way? Okay, so the Lord, if he doesn't want somebody to be conquered, he'll put it in the spirit of a particular army to take down an army, whether they have more military power or not, whether they have more troops or not. Okay, that's how we conducted battle. Okay, the Lord always made us cut ourselves down to lower numbers and take them down that way, because it has nothing to do with what you can see with your eyes physically. There's a spiritual control happening from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says, let's face it, he could easily have colonized them if he really wanted, just like he has everywhere else. He pretty much controls everything today anyway, including them. He has the power of the earth. Yes, he has the power of the earth. But like I said, he can't just colonize and do what he wants to do, because the Lord is the one that's really controlling him. I said Esau can't do ish that, because I kind of got mad that this guy's trying to, like, you know, trying to teach when he doesn't even have any works himself. And by the way, his statement was incorrect. Okay, it says Esau can't do ish that the Heavenly Father doesn't allow him to do. Don't give this man too much credit. The Heavenly Father didn't allow him to conquer Ethiopia like the rest of Africa for a prophetic reason. Period. That's it. Because it was prophecy that everything has to go back. Everything goes back to prophecy, man. Okay, the reason why certain presidents come into power, the reason why certain legislations are passed, it all ties back to prophecy, man. Okay, it says, well, as I said, he's got him good and proper now anyway, just like everyone else. See, like I said, right? Because these guys think they're on a level. It's very funny, man. It's very funny, but it's also very vexing and offensive, man. And you know what the scriptures say about you offending one of these little ones, man. This is offensive to me, man. Because before I started to do the work, I was scared to even say shalom on the comment board. I didn't even write. I rarely even wrote shalom on the comment board. I was so nervous lest the Spirit reveal that I'm not doing the work. But not you guys, man. Not you guys. It says, well, as I said, he's got him good and proper now anyway, just like everyone else. There's no verses in the scriptures that says some dusty Cushites would never be colonized for whatever prophetic reason. It sounds like a so-called black woman, to be honest. The Most High could just as easily make the Ezekiel 38 thing happen, whether or not they were colonized. Of course he could, but he didn't decide to do it that way. He didn't decide to do it that way for whatever reason. You see, it's the Most High's, it's the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing. He doesn't give us every intricate detail of why he did what he did, but we understand that all these things work towards prophecy. Now, let me get a couple other scriptures real quick. Hold on, give me a second, man. These guys, man, these novices, man, they don't understand that they're doing evil, man. Let's get Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes 5 and verse 1. This is Ecclesiastes 5 and 1. It says, "Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools." Okay? What does it mean to be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools? Be more ready to listen than to open your mouth. Because the thing that you have to offer is the sacrifice of fools, which is not accepted of the Lord. And that's why I said the Lord is not pleased with what you're doing. Okay? Although you think, I got him good. Which you didn't get it. Like I said, the statement you made was completely incorrect. Okay? It says, "For they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth." And that's what he was. He was rash with his mouth. "And let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High." Okay? "For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few." And that's what he should have let his words be few. Okay? And if he didn't understand something, he should have just waited, maybe even prayed on it to get the understanding of it. But clearly this guy is too proud to do such a thing. So he's going to come up against a man that's actually doing the work. When I asked him this question next, I said, like he said, there's no way in the scripture which I showed you in Ezekiel 38 that Ethiopia had to join with Russia. So through the Spirit, I'm saying that's the reason that they didn't get colonized like the other places in Africa. Okay, the other dark African countries. It says, "Where's your work at? You have all these opinions and no work. You are acting like an authority," which he is. He's acting like he's an authority. And you know what the scriptures say? When a man thinketh himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth his own self. And that's what he's doing. Okay? You are acting like an authority with people who actively serve Yahweh Shai. The Most High hates that. You know, I'm letting him know that the Most High is not pleased with his works. Read between the lines if you have a spiritual bone. And I'm telling him to use a spiritual mind to understand if he has ears to hear. Okay, which he probably doesn't have ears to hear. So let's get 1 Corinthians, because he's saying it doesn't straight up say, "Oh, Ethiopia will be conquered." Well, there's a lot of things that the scriptures don't straight out say that we break down in a way that's using spiritual discernment, man. Let's get 1 Corinthians 2 and verse 14. Okay, it says, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 13. "Which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual." So a lot of these things are spiritual. Okay? "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High." Like the scriptures don't say that necessarily that 1,000-year period, the that we're going to be clearing up pollution, you know, and things of that nature, right? And then making the earth get back to the Garden of Eden. It doesn't necessarily say that, but we understand that that's what it is. That's what we're going to be doing. Okay? That's called using spiritual discernment. That's just an example. All right? It says, now we have received not the spirit of the world. Oh, matter of fact, where was I at? Oh, Salakia, right? It says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. It takes a spiritual mind to understand these things. And like I said, these guys are not on any spiritual level to be saying anything, man. They're not on any spiritual level at all. It's not even like he just started doing the work. He's not even a baby. He's nothing. He's nothing in the work. He's not doing anything, man. But he has all these opinions, man. He has all these opinions, man. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. But this guy's trying to come up and tell me what it is, you know? And then, like I said, you look at his page, man, and you know, these guys have no shame at all, man. You look at his page, a tumbleweed, man. Ain't nothing going on here, man. Nothing going on. There's not even a category. You know how usually they have a category for videos? There's not even a category for videos on this guy's thing. But he's coming in information grabbing. He's getting all this wisdom and knowledge from the apostles and elders. So-called, okay? Because really, I don't think he's retaining anything, all right? Anything much, all right? And he's coming like he's an authority. It's amazing, man. It's absolutely amazing. Matter of fact, let's get Jude. Let's get Jude 1. I'll start at the 10th verse. Or Jude 1 is only one book. Okay, so Jude in the 10th verse, it says, but these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally as brute beast, in those things they corrupt themselves, meaning you're without understanding. You don't know these things because you're on a low level when it comes to understanding, but no, you're coming as if you're an authority. Instead of sitting back and learning and understand and try to get the understanding of it, no, you're coming as if you're an authority in the scriptures. See, this is why the Lord is never going to deal with you, right? Because you're too proud. The scriptures say the Lord resisteth the proud. There's no way I'll be looking to come and speak to an apostle, you know, or an elder on a higher level, you know, when I'm not even doing the work. Forget about that. I won't even speak to a brother if I'm not even doing the work, to a brother that's doing the work. Okay? Trying to correct him on a spiritual. First of all, it's a spiritual topic, you know? Oh, the scriptures don't say that. Okay, well, that's okay. Then that just means you're just not on a level to understand things that are not necessarily plain in the scriptures to you. Like, for example, when Peter said that you are the son of the Most High, right? The son of the living power to Yahushua said, blessed art thou, Peter Bar-Jonah, because flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto you, but my Father which is in heaven, man. This is 2 Peter 2:12. It says, but these as natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their corruption. That's what I said, man. These guys are going to be destroyed, man. Like I said, I'm offended at that. Whenever I see a guy come on any of the brothers' comment board and he's not doing the work, but he has all these opinions and what we should be doing and how we should be teaching and this and that and the third, I get highly offended, man. And I'm sure I could speak for a lot of the brothers. Listen, that's an offensive thing to do, man. And the scriptures say that he that offend one of these little ones, it'd be better that a millstone be tied around his neck and he drop to the bottom of the sea, man. So why don't you take that into consideration, man, before you run your mouth, man, before you run your damn beak, okay? and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness. That's why there's gonna be a lot of people, man. Lord, Lord, and the Lord is they're gonna look up at a chariot, and there's gonna be a red light coming from it, and they're gonna be wondering, why is the light red? I would always believe that when I get beamed up, the light would be like a blue color, and a laser will come there and disintegrate their ass, man, because they're not meet for repentance, man. They're too prideful, man. It says, as they that count it pleasure to ride in the daytime, spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings, while they feast with you. Yeah, and they're feasting on this word, they're feasting on this knowledge, right? I seen his picture in his background is a nuclear missile hitting I believe it looks like America. So where did he get that understanding from? Where did he get that from? The men that are doing the work, the men that are out there pushing the work out, but now he's above those men, supposedly. You know, if he comes to the camp, he's not coming in a humble spirit. You know, he ain't coming to learn. He's coming to see where you're going off so he can teach you. Yeah, the Lord is going to put a lot of these little people that are on the comment boards and these people that are watching to death too, man. It says, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children. But anyways, so let's go back to Jude, man. Let's go back to Jude. All right, let's go back to Jude. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 11th verse now. It says, woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Korah. I always mention Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, man. This is what, and I actually mentioned that to him too. Okay, they're moving like Korah. Korah was out of order. Korah thought he got it, man. That he had it, man. And the Lord showed him he didn't, but he really believed he had it. He really believed in his heart. If you ask those guys back then, they believed in their heart that they were right, and the Most High is dealing with them. Just like these guys on the comment board, they really believe the Most High is dealing with them. They're gonna find out. You're gonna find out real soon, man. Mark my words, you little miscreant. Closing generations. Mark my words, you little miscreant. The Most High is gonna show you, man. He's gonna show you. He's gonna decide between who he's dealing with, man. The ones that's out there doing the work or you, and we're gonna see what the Most High thinks, man. Cause we're tired of you little clowns coming up, and you guys ain't doing no work, man. But you got all this damn mouth. And yeah, I'm pissed. I'm kind of pissed off, man. Now let's continue, man. After I said read between the lines if you have a spiritual bone, he says facts are facts. Yeah. And well, that sounds like an Edomite, because Esau is always trying to deal with the facts and the statistics. But this is not a thing based upon just facts. This is a thing also based upon spiritual discernment, Salakia. This is also a thing based on spiritual discernment. Okay, my fault, Salakia. Okay, let me go back. Let's go back. Oh, come on, man. What the hell's going on here, man? Come on, bro. Now I can't even pull up the account. What's going on? Boy. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. What's going on here, man? Click on this. Okay, perfect. So it says facts are facts. Ain't no verses saying Cush cannot be colonized, and that's just a fact. Did I say there was a verse that said they could not be colonized? I'm showing you in the spirit why they were not colonized. There ain't no scripture that says, and thus Cush could never be colonized. Of course, it doesn't say that, but that's why I said you have to read between the lines. See, this is nothing but semantics, if you will. Okay, and that's just a fact. not opinion. People's opinions don't mean jack, mine or anyone else's. Well, actually, the scriptures speak about the words of a wise man, okay, which can be opinions, okay. It's the words that come out of his mouth that might not necessarily be written in the scriptures, because when these let me get some, man. Bro. These guys, man. These guys are really not on no levels, man. But they just run their beak, man. They just insist of running their mouth, man. Woo! Let's get Proverbs 1:6, man. It says, "A wise man will hear and will increase in learning," which clearly that guy's not a wise man. "And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels." To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings, meaning what? They're things that are not easy to be understood. Okay, and it doesn't have to necessarily be written in the scriptures because it's their own dark sayings, but it's at the same time, of course, it's going to align with the scriptures. That doesn't mean you're going to find a precept that's going to say exactly what they said in the script, said in their dark saying. But someone who's wise will say, "Man, I don't understand this at the moment. Lord's will. Let me pray and let me see if the Lord reveals it unto me in the future." Some things took years for me to understand. Some things, you don't get right away, man. The Lord doesn't necessarily give you everything right away. But you see, a clown, a guy who's not on any spiritual level, he doesn't care. He'll just blurt out his mouth. And that's why, as you can see on this plate, all this guy got is this. He's not feeding the sheep. He ain't doing nothing. And the Lord said, if you love me, feed my sheep. And clearly that shows you don't really, how much do you really love the Lord if you're running your beak, but you ain't feeding the sheep, man. Okay. And you should be ashamed of yourself, man. Man, you can hear the pride. If any brother, hey, you brothers, let me know. You hear the pride in this man's voice? I hear the pride. I can hear the pride off of the damn screen, man. Facts are facts. Ain't no verses saying Kush cannot be colonized. And that's just a fact. Not opinion. People's opinions don't mean jack. If he says something's going to be, it's going to be. No matter who does what. End of. Yeah, so lock here. Come on, this guy here, boy. Says, "You better read the story of Korah and Dayton and answer my question. Where are your works? Do you preach?" See, I'm asking him a straightforward question. And guess what? You know what he's doing? He's evading the question. He's constantly evading the question. Now, you see, I mentioned Korah, Dayton, and Abiram. Well, what did we just read in Jude? What did we just read in Jude? It says, "Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain and ran greedily after the error of Balaam." Oh, well, you could listen. Another thing too. We're giving up the sacrifice of Abel. We're giving up a righteous sacrifice, Lord willing, to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because we're doing what he said to do. What are you doing? He's not accepting that sacrifice you're giving, man. You're giving a sacrifice of Cain, running your mouth against men that are actually doing the work. See, but you wouldn't understand that because you're on such a low level. But you think you're on a high level. You're deceiving your own self, man. Believe me, you're deceiving your own self. Okay? And if you don't repent, the Most High is going to destroy you. Okay? It says, "Woe unto them, for they have gone the way of Cain and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward and perished in the gainsaying." Well, let's look up the word gainsaying, because that's what you're doing. You're gainsaying. Okay? That's what you're doing, bro. That's what you're doing. Man. Yo, and I know brothers are tired of hearing these little guys with no works coming up, running their mouth. I know it. Okay? Contradiction, strife, gain, and that's what he's contradicting what I was saying, the spiritual message that I was giving in that lesson. And you had other brothers on the comment board, I believe. Let me see. It's a gainsaying, contradiction, opposition, rebellion. Yeah, he's rebelling. Well, we had other brothers on the comment board, and I believe these brothers are also doing the work, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, no. Some of these, these brothers look like regular brothers. that just listen. Okay. These brothers that listen. But notice there ain't no brother that's doing the work coming up saying nothing. But this guy who's not doing anything, he has all the opinions in the world. Okay, gainsaying. Contradicting. And rebelling. Which that's what Korah, Dathan, and Abiram did. And what did the Lord say? He said rebellion is as what? The sin of witchcraft. Matter of fact, it said I was looking for actual scripture. See, doesn't answer my question. But yep, like I thought, no verses. Just opinions. Funny you mentioned Korah, because that's exactly what his crew got put to death for. Okay, all right, cool. We'll see. Well, let the Lord decide. We'll see, man. We'll see, nigga. We will see, man. You little niggas, man. You little demons, man. We'll see, man. I hope Yahweh Shema Shai has mercy upon me, man. I really hope so, man. I really hope he does, man. I know I'm not perfect, but you ain't doing shit. Okay? You there's no work, Salaki, man. But there's no work on your page, man. Therefore, you should just be quiet, man. Unauthorized opinions out of nowhere. Anyway, shalom. Yo, bro, I'm going to do a whole video on these comments and bring out all the scriptures you need to hear, because I feed the sheep unlike you. So this is the video that I'm doing now. I'm doing a lesson, man, as I said I would do. I'm doing a lesson so that some edification could come from this foolish comment, okay, or these foolish comments. All right, so let me get a few other scriptures, because I'm going to show you. Matter of fact, another thing I want to show you, but let me get this first. But another thing I want to show you is man, so much you kind of want to make these lessons concise, but then man, spirit just always has it where you end up going all over the place, man. Man, let me get Sirach. Sirach. Man, I'll tell you, boy, it's amazing. It's amazing to me, man. This is Sirach 32:7. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked." Okay, and this is speaking to the men that are young in the spirit. Okay, and obviously you didn't even start doing the work yet, man. You're not even really in the truth yet. We only count you being in the truth when you start putting your hand to the plow. Okay, you're not even in the truth. Okay, you know of the truth. That's pretty much it. All right. Now let me get some, because the title of the lesson is what? Stop getting in the way, right? Stop getting in the way. Let's get Matthew's. Let's get Matthew's, the 21st chapter, because this is you. Okay, let's get Matthew's, the 21st chapter. Salakia, man. Salakia Akim. See, this is one of the first ones I really should have brought up, man, in the spirit. But you know what? The spirit made it go how it was going to go. But this is really what I wanted to bring up first in the spirit. The spirit just went another direction. This is Matthew's 21:19. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 18. It says, "Now in the morning, as he returned into the city, he hungered." Speaking of Yahushua. "And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon but leaves only," meaning what? It wasn't bearing fruit. "And said unto it, Let no fruit grow on thee henceforth forever. And presently the fig tree withered away." Okay? Why? Because that tree was just in the way. That tree was there, but it wasn't bringing forth fruit. Okay? And that's the same as you Israelites that are out there but not doing the work. You're not doing nothing, not bringing forth any fruit, but you're just in the way. Yet you have all these opinions, all these sacrifices of fools. "And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, How soon is the fig tree withered away? Yahushua answered and said unto them, Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, and ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto the mountain, be thou removed, and be cast into the sea, it shall be done. Okay. Let's get Luke 13. This is Luke 13 and verse 6. It says, he spake also this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon, and found none. Then said he unto the dresser of the vineyard, behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree, and find none. Cut it down. Why cumbereth it the ground? In other words, why is it taking up space? Why? Stop getting in the way. Okay. And he answering said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till I shall dig about it and dung it, and it shall it, and if it bear fruit, well, and if not, then after that thou shalt cut it down. And that don't just mean you come in with the spirit that you got, you just go, oh, I'm just gonna go do the work. No, I did a lesson yesterday. The most important spirit, the most important fruit that you gotta increase is the fruit of the spirit. This the inward fruit, not the outward fruit. The men that come into the truth, that's cool, but you can lose those men could fall out the truth, and you'll still be delivered if you're right in the spirit. It's about the inner fruits that matter. First and foremost, man. And if you had the inner, if the inner fruit was abundant in you, you would have been out there teaching. Okay. All right. Because any of you guys that are out there, you're just sitting on this truth, sitting on your head, well, the Lord's going to start picking away at it, and eventually you're not going to have anything. Okay. You're going to be as those foolish virgins, man, without oil, man. So you guys keep playing these games, man. Think you could sit on your hands X amount of years. No, you better start doing the work. And it doesn't matter if you know all the scriptures. You don't have to know. You don't have to know every scripture. I didn't go out there knowing every scripture, man. I went up there kind of, oh man, or if someone asked me about this and that. Listen, the Lord is gonna start supping with you, man. And He only really starts supping with you when you start putting your hand to the plow, man. But except for this guy, except for closing generation, I guess the Lord sup with him, you know, no matter what he's doing. Yeah, and see, you got the launch enable. And what are you gonna do in that day when they actually enable the launch? You think you're gonna be beamed up in the mindset that you have now? We'll see, man. We'll see, man. We will see, man. So, anyways, stop taking up space, man. All right, stop taking up space. And now I'm gonna give you an example. Lastly, I'm going to give you an example of the same thing I'm speaking about concerning the Ethiopians, man. This is 2 Kings, the 16th chapter, man. Because when it came to the tribe of Judah, man, the Syrians took down the tribe of Israel, man, the kingdom of Israel, which is larger in number than the kingdom of Judah. But they could not take down the kingdom of Judah. Was this because Judah was so mighty and powerful and they were just so expert at war? Matter of fact, the warrior tribes of the northern kingdom. Okay? Who are the warrior tribes? Right? Can you answer that before I say who it is? Speaking to you newcomers, man. There's 2.5 warrior tribes, man. The half tribe of Manasseh, Gad, and Reuben, man. Okay, that's of the northern kingdom, but that's not. Did it matter? That does not matter. Okay, because the Lord is in control of this thing, man. This is 2 Kings 16 and 17. It says, and King Ahaz cut off the borders of the bases and removed the laver from off them. Okay, no. This is not it. It's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Hold on, let me find that. I gotta find that. I have to find that. Let's see something. No. Let's see something. Hold on. No, give me a second, Akim. Okay, so now, this is dealing with the captivity of Israel, right? And this says why Israel fell. Okay, 2 Kings 17:7. It says, for so it was that the children of Israel had sinned against Yahweh, their power, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt, from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and had feared other gods, and walked in the statutes of the heathen, whom Yahweh cast out from before the children of Israel and the kings of Israel, which they had made. Right. So this is why the northern kingdom fell, because they went against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He caused them to fall. If he didn't want them to fall, if they were doing right and he didn't want them to fall, they would have never fell. It didn't matter how powerful the Syrian army is. Same thing with the Edomites, man. It said, and the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Lord their power, and they built them high places in all their cities, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, let's go. Let's see if it's the next chapter. But give me 1 second. I'll be back in a second. Salakia. Okay. It says, and the Lord was with him. Ooh, matter of fact, let's Salakia. Let's do 2 Kings 18 and verse. Start at verse 5. No. Right. Okay, this is 2 Kings 18:7. It says, and the Lord was with him, and he prospered whithersoever he went forth, and he rebelled against the king of Assyria, and served him not. Wait a minute, this is the same Assyria that took down the northern kingdom. It said he smote the Philistines even unto Gaza, and the borders thereof, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city. And it came to pass in the fourth year of the king Hezekiah, which was the 7th year of Hoshea, son of Elah, king of Israel, that Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, came up against Samaria and besieged it. And at the end of 3 years they took it, even in the sixth year of Hezekiah. That is the 9th year of Hoshea, king of Israel. Samaria was taken. And the king of Assyria did carry away Israel unto Assyria, and put them in Halah and in Habor by the river of Gozan, and the cities of the Medes, because they obeyed not the voice of Yahweh their power, but transgressed his covenant, and all that Moses the servant of Yahweh commanded, and would not hear them, nor do them. Okay, now it says the invasion of Judah. See, he took down Israel, easy peasy, because the Lord was allowed him to do that. Okay, it says, now in the 14th year of King Hezekiah did Sennacherib, king of Assyria, come up against all the fenced cities of Judah and took them. Like I said, Israel was more in number than Judah. There's 9 tribes in the northern kingdom, and there's 3 tribes in the southern kingdom, man. All right. So clearly they're more in number. And not only that, all the warrior tribes of the northern kingdom. So if you want to use facts is facts. That's just facts. If you want to use facts, they should have won. But it had nothing to do with the facts. It had to do with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And Hezekiah, king of Judah, sent to the king of Assyria to Lachish, saying, I have offended. Return from me, Salakia. Return from me that which thou puttest on me will I bear. And the king of Assyria appointed unto Hezekiah, king of Judah, 300 talents of silver and 30 talents. Salakia, let me read that again. Now in the 14th year of King Hezekiah, did Sennacherib, king of Assyria, come up against all the fenced cities of Judah and took them. And Hezekiah, king of Judah, sent, no, this is not the one I'm looking for. Cut off the gold from the, no, this is not the one I'm looking for. And from the pillars, Hezekiah, king of Judah, had overlaid the king of Assyria sent. Man, okay, give me a second. I gotta find the right one. Okay, cause I know what I'm talking about, but I know which one is in my mind. Okay, let's just do that real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Just bear with me. Bear with me. I'm gonna find the one I'm speaking about. And the brothers know I know brothers are gonna probably post that in the comment section. Damn, boy. Which one am I actually looking for right now? Damn, just bear with me, you know what I'm saying? Patience is one of the fruits of the spirit. Hold on, let me see. No. Hold on. My goodness, man. Because I know that the Assyrians tried to take Judah at one point and they couldn't take it. Oh boy, what am I looking for here, man? Salakia. And I know brothers have that written, but I'm trying to really find what I'm looking for, man. I want to end this lesson off with finding that specific account. Okay, I think this is it. Woo! Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, I got it. Okay, that's it. Second Chronicles. I'm in Kings. I'm in Second Kings. It's Second Chronicles. Okay, 32, man. Salakia, man. I know that was a minute. This is Second Chronicles 32, which I'm not perfect, man. I'm just trying to gotta get it right, man. Gotta make sure we got it right, man. This is Second Chronicles. Sennacherib invades Judah, right? It says So it says, I'll read here first real quick. I'll jump around. It says, I'll start at the first verse. It says, after these things and the establishment thereof, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came and entered into Judah and encamped against the fenced cities and thought to win them for himself. And when Hezekiah saw that Sennacherib was come and that he was purposed to fight against Jerusalem, he took counsel with his princes and his mighty men to stop the waters of the fountains which were without the city, and they did help him. So there was gathered much people together, who stopped all the fountains and the brook that ran through the midst of the land, saying, why should the kings of Assyria come and find much water? Okay, and it says be strong and courageous. I'll jumping to verse 7. It says, be strong and courageous, be not afraid nor dismayed for the king of Assyria, nor for all the multitude that is with him, for there be more with us than with him. Meaning what? The chariots. And you know what? There was accounts. Matter of fact, let's put this out there. There was accounts of chariots helping out the Vietnamese in the Vietnamese war. Why? Because that's not what the Lord didn't want the Vietnamese to be taken over in the fashion that America wanted them to be taken over. Showing you the power is not in Esau's hands. Okay, there was chariots that were actually helping the Vietnamese. There's accounts of that. Do you know about that? Closing generations. Do you know about that? Oh, why would they help heathen? Because it's about the Lord's purpose, man. There was even wasn't there a chariot that guided Christopher Columbus to this side of the earth? That devil, known as Elmo's fire. See, you little, you guys don't know anything, man. See, I'm trying not to insult, but you guys don't know anything, man. You're gonna find out the hard way too, man. It says, with him is an arm of flesh, but with us is Yahweh our power to help us and to fight our battles. And the people rested themselves upon the words of Hezekiah, king of Judah. And I believe there was chariots helping Alexander the Greek too, because it was part of prophecy. That prophecy him being the leopard and taking over had to come to pass, man. So the Lord is the one that helps it come to pass, man. So and it says okay, let me go jump to verse 12. It says, hath not the same Hezekiah taken away the high places and his altars, and commanded Judah and Jerusalem, saying, ye shall worship before one altar and burn incense upon it? Know ye not what I and my fathers have done unto all the people of other lands? Were the gods of the nations of those lands anyways able to deliver their lands out of mine hand? Who was there among all the gods of those nations that my fathers utterly destroyed, that could deliver his people out of mine hand? Right, and that's what Esau's mindset was when he went to Ethiopia. Okay, in these different places. Okay, not just Ethiopia. There's other places. I said Vietnam. Them Vietnamese, man, they were putting the hell on them American troops, boy. All right, that your power should be able to deliver you out of mine hand. Now therefore, let not Hezekiah deceive you, nor persuade you on this manner, neither yet believe him, for no God of any nation or kingdom was able to deliver his people out of mine hand, and out of the hand of my fathers. How much less shall your power deliver you out of mine hand? Okay, and now when you jump down, and for this cause Hezekiah the king and the prophet Isaiah prayed and cried to heaven, and the Lord sent an angel which cut off all the mighty men of valor, and the leaders and the captains in the camp of the king of Assyria. So he returned with shame of face to his own land. So it was the angels helping. See, it might have looked like men, but behind closed doors, the angels were swinging swords, man. All right. When I say behind closed doors, I'm talking about in the spiritual realm. And when he was come into the house of his God, they that came forth of his own bowels slew him there with the sword. Woo! You see that? Thus the Lord saved Hezekiah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem from the hand of Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, and from the hand of all other, and guided them on every side. So that's the point, man. That is the point, that the Lord is the one that intervenes in these different scenarios, man. See, guys that are on a low level and that are carnal, they think it's Esau. He has the power. He has the guns. It's way beyond the power of a gun and the power of nuclear missiles, man. First of all, that's all the Lord's weaponry. The Lord is the one who gave him that understanding. So anyways, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Let this be a cautionary tale to you men that are not even out there doing the work to keep your mouth closed in certain matters, man. With that, I'll say shalom.